else next
He's
year.
a peanut in a shell, right, little guy? Yeah.
Some peanuts.
Yeah.
Space in there.
He's a three.
He's a freaking nut girl.
So yeah, isn't he being, he's being a shell now with all these people. You are so handsome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's got like a flag. He's got adoption.
Yes, I will. You know what? You and I have Alright friends, let's get up on the stage. Archie, come.
Archie circling up.
He will, yes. Did you take your
Met. I don't think we met, but nice to meet you.
I was gonna say anything.
Good, you need a ride home. Yes.
I would love to ride home. It's like it's remind up there, but it's also so hot in here that I like.
Yes, it was
out
bully
there,
stick.
yeah.
His first bully stick.
It's like warm in here, but like it's so cold.
It is. This he's had for a few days, so it was like that long. He's been working on it for a while.
I'll have to give you my number. You can jump here.
But definitely his first rehearsal, his first carrot.
Sorry, you have to be in person today.
Hello, thanks for being here, everybody. Welcome to, this is the beginning of the next quarter of the century. 2025, right?
Oh,
The
yeah.
second quarter of this century. You leave it to me to think of those things. So yeah, Q2. So excited. I am going to see how this goes. If he gets too distracting, we'll put him in the car. But he is going to be a service dog, as you know, I have migraines. And 50% of dogs can alert owners of migraines without any training. And so,
Wait, what?
yeah, yeah. They just know because they can.
I've never even.
So
I also have mine.
yeah, exactly. And if you've ever managed pain of your own or someone else's, you know, the more ahead of the pain you can get, the less the pain we'll get. So that's what he's training for, just so y'all know. I don't mind sharing. So we'll see if we can get him to hang out on his place, a little placemat. It's your placemat, like your dinner. Okay. Great. Let's go around and do our names, pronouns, if you care to share. Access needs, boundaries, and then like something that's up with you, whatever. Stacy, she, her. Feeling pretty good now that I'm here and seeing y'all. So I'm very excited. So I think my access needs and boundaries are nooch. And did I say she, her? I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been a little migraine today, so I'm a little cloggy, brain foggy equals cloggy.
Your brain's clogged.
And it is. And what else? Yeah, we've just been taking him to these classes, and they're really magical at a place called Wonder Puppy. And,
He is a wonder puppy.
he is.
Look at him.
And it's just like weird, like the mat, you all saw him just like,
Yeah.
they just teach you stuff that's just bringing out what they want to do anyway. And it's really been awesome and cute watching him learn
And it's
so
so
much
easy.
every time. That's,
And
yeah.
they pick it up just like.
So easy. So it's been really, really fun. That's my news. Hi. You want to say
Wanna go
your
this way?
name? Yeah, let's go this way.
Um,
Matt Tominaga? It's like perfectly on him, yeah.
Nate, he, him,
Access needs
Oh, yeah.
It feels like we haven't done this in a million years.
Okay, Africa.
access needs are
Got
met.
everything.
Boundaries are neutral. All genders. Yeah. Oh, it's met neutral. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
And somebody opened me. I
yeah.
hosted open court last night for the first
Oh,
time in
nice.
quite a
Ooh.
while, and I had such a great time.
Yay.
Y'all should go. Yeah, y'all should go.
So
Guilt
I heard
trip
from
too.
a friend of Blake that the feedback you gave him about how great that dough umbrella was really meant a lot
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah. He did this thing. They're having this scene where like they had an umbrella made of dough, and then at one point he like took it down and he went like this, and as they were talking, it like squished on him. And it was like a little thing. No one else really noticed it. Didn't like draw attention, but it was like.
That's a Nate Smith
Yeah, I love
special
it.
right there.
Love
Yeah,
it.
right up your alley.
It sounded like it meant a lot to me.
Yay.
Dave, him, his, what was it again?
Access the Met neutral is the shorthand for access needs or met.
Yeah.
Boundaries are neutral.
Met
all
neutral.
genders.
Yes,
Yeah.
what?
What happened to me? Most recent, I might have pulled my best sourdough loaf out of the oven about 25 minutes ago and put it on the counter.
We didn't
Told
bring
everyone in
any
the
for
house,
us.
don't touch it. It's too hot. It's too hot, Maddie. We gotta let the
Cool it on the
inside
drive,
get-
Dave. Just hold it out the window.
That's
Out the
you're not
window.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, think with portals.
Stick.
That's what I'm saying.
Put on a stick, out the window.
Out the window, chill up, a
Lots
little
of
bit
ideas.
of Oregon moistness. But yeah, that's it. That's my little fact. There's your dough umbrella. So there you go.
Oh my gosh! Come here, Papa. Are you okay? It's Nate's fault. He's so mean. He's so mean. Now you know. Stay away from Nate. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah. I was
Sit down.
worried.
Every
I started.
30
I
seconds.
felt a little pause, and it was like.
Sit down.
oh.
Sit immediately.
Yeah.
Pivoted. Okay. Okay.
All right, lunch Archie is fine.
Yeah. He's good. He's all good. Yeah.
Michael, he, him. Actually, its boundaries usually neutral, but my cat's been real sick last few weeks. Had to take him to the hospital and whatnot. So, seeing a very healthy animal, it's like, oh, he's just like my
Oh.
So, I'm flopping back and forth. We'll feel it out. We'll see how it goes through the night. I'll let y'all know if I need a little something. But other than that, doing well enough. Okay. And that my thing happening is my cat. So let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Janelle, she, her, met, nooch, all. My grandma took a turn for the worse, so I'm feeling just sensitive these days. Doesn't mean you can't play a grandma. I would actually find that delightful, but just if I decide to not play for a second and I seem sad, it's not any of you. And then something more happy this week though is I have a 2-year-old and we went to Mexico over New Year's and he learned like hola and then but if he says bye he says bye hola instead of adios and I just continued that. It's like bye hola and I just
No notes.
continue to do that. It's funny. Yeah. So cultured.
Olivia, they, them, met, nooch, and all. An update for me this week is that I'm a little sad that David Lynch passed away today. But I also have a really good appreciation, so I'm gonna watch some of this stuff over the weekend. We like to look
Nice.
forward plans on.
Yeah. Thank you, Olivia.
Heather, she, her, my access needs are met. My boundaries are no anti-fatness, food, morality, fat phobia, etc. And I'm comfortable playing all genders. And an update for me, I'm just like puppy crazy right now because I have one and I see Archie and that's all I can think about now. I brought my dog with me. I brought my puppy with me to therapy, and I feel like I shouldn't be charged for that session. It's more healing for her.
Yeah. 100%. That is the payment. Even swap. Yeah.
I was a little nervous because she was like, I want to see how she walks. And she puts her down. And I was like, please don't pee on the fucking rug. Please don't pee on the rug.
Yeah.
And she was a good girl.
Good.
She did lay down. She did not walk. She was like, good night.
Yeah. Flat surface. My, she, her, met you all. I had my first showdown almost a week ago. A lot of feelings. So
All of them pride.
Yeah.
Yes.
but like so fucking supported, especially by these two. It felt like I was so nervous before, and then as soon as I got on stage, I was like, "Oh, I can't fail, even if I tried."
We wouldn't
Because
let
the support, right? Exactly. So it was fun.
Yeah, congratulations, Maya.
Maddie, she, her. I have a fresh tattoo. Please no bear hugs. Otherwise, no troll. My update for the week, I came up with a joke this week that I think is really funny that everybody else has hated, so now I'm going to punish you all with it. You know what's a little funny? A tiny clown. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any noise is good! I'll take it.
Pretty good.
Just get out.
Kyle Heham, Matt Nooch all, and celebrating my buddy Mark's birthday on Sunday, and I'm going to buy him a board game, so I'll take recommendations if anybody has.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
The right crowd, the right crowd.
Now take it to ride.
Hell
yeah. Sawyer, key day. If my hands start bleeding and I'm bleeding on stuff, let me know. Boundaries.
Can we have a little more information?
Dry stick or
Dry-
stigmata? Olivia said stigmata.
I'm hunting Tom Hanks, is that correct?
What?
I have, it's Da Vinci Code.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah, I've just got really dry hands, and sometimes I go like this, and then they go.
Yeah.
It's terrible. This week, I don't know. I can't stop thinking about how I did not like Nosferatu. Like, I'm thinking about it nonstop. And that's been consuming, and it's really negative, because I don't like just thinking that I don't like something all the
You
time.
should feel negative. You're wrong.
So was it good or
No,
not?
judging other people's shares, Maddie. All right, thank you, Sawyer.
Matt, he, him, access needs are met, boundaries are neutral, comfortable playing all genders. Something I'm looking forward to, I'm a huge sports guy. My team is in the championship game on Monday, and I feel like there's a chance for the first time, and I will be emotional if it happens.
Which team?
Who's your team?
Which game?
Notre Dame,
Yay.
college football guy.
Did you go to Notre Dame?
I didn't, but my dad was a big fan,
Okay.
so by association I was, for better or for worse.
All right, we'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody. Yay.
Get dog.
All right. I was gonna have us do what Archie is doing, which is, hey John.
Copy paste.
Hey John, will you see if he chills up there a little? Okay. Just so we can warm up. When I'm down, once I'm not.
You let me hold his
Up,
paw. My
doing
dog's always
stuff.
like, no. Look at ball. He's like,
Stay. Nope, that's not stay.
Archie, go get John. Archie.
I just want to slide.
Yeah.
All right, great. Some people are new to some people in the circle, yeah? So let's just go around and say your name twice, once each circle. Stacy.
Nate.
Dave.
Michael.
Janelle.
Olivia. Heather.
Maya.
Maddie.
Kyle.
Sawyer.
Matt.
Stacy.
Nate.
Dave.
Michael.
Janelle.
Olivia. Heather.
Maya.
Maddie.
Kyle.
Sawyer.
Matt.
Great. And now we're just going to do a name game. I say my name, somebody else's name, then they will say their name, someone else's name. We're all going to agree right now that if somebody can't remember your name, you're not going to take it personally, yes? Even in this game, people forget their own names sometimes. So even amongst people who've known each other a while, people may draw a blank. We're all going to forgive each other, yes? Great. But I encourage you to go to somebody new that you don't know. And if you don't know, you can Stacy,
Maya.
and Maya will fill in the blank, or whomever is getting pointed to, so that we'll just keep in the rhythm. So if the person doesn't say it on that rhythm, clearly they need your help. Make sense? And then I'll walk to Maya's space, and then while I'm doing that, Maya will say Maya and call someone else's name and walk to their space. Remember to say your own name so that you're taking the focus before you're sending it, so you're completing that first transaction before the second. Cool. Stacy, Maya.
Maya. Matt.
Matt. Heather.
Heather, Nate.
Nate. Mike.
Michael. Kyle.
Kyle. Janelle.
Janelle. Sawyer.
Sawyer. Dave.
Dave. Olivia.
Olivia, Maya.
Maya, Stacy.
Great, freeze. So we're all doing this very precisely and kindly and cleanly. Let's also add joy, perchance. So you could add a little copy paste in there. You could smile a little. You could breathe a little. Every exercise is not only practicing whatever that skill is, but also practicing enjoying each other, right? So cool. So Stacy Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Matt.
Yes.
Matt. Michael.
Michael. Dave.
Dave. Janelle.
Janelle. Kyle.
Kyle. Maya.
Maya, Nate.
Nate. Maddie.
Maddie, Olivia. Olivia, Michael.
Michael.
Heather, Matt.
Matt. Stacy.
Stacy. Dave.
Dave. Maya.
Maya, Janelle. Janelle, Olivia. Olivia, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Maddie.
Maddie.
Heather.
Heather, Dave.
Dave.
Nate. Nate. Matt. Matt. Olivia.
Olivia, Maya.
Maya. Maya.
Mortal. Harry. Maddie. Sawyer.
Sawyer. Dave. Dave.
Matt. Maya.
Maya. Sawyer. Janelle. Michael. Olivia. Stacy. Nate. Dave.
Kyle.
Maya. Heather. Stacy. Matt. Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Fucking Nate. Whoosh.
Whoosh, 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 whoosh,
Whoa. Whoosh.
whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Darth Vader.
No.
Whoosh, whoosh,
Whoosh. Ta-da.
whoosh.
So many. Whoosh.
There's snakes on the ground.
Whoosh, Darth Vader!
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
Train.
Oh, cover your arms. Whoosh. One big whoosh. Bonk whoosh. Whoosh.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Darth Vader.
No.
Whoosh.
Whoosh to Nate.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
To Nate.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Fucking Nate.
Whoosh.
Bonk.
Whoosh.
Yay! All ended fucking Nate. Wait a minute. All right. Cool. And
Were those normal? Were those normal, or did we make them up?
those are some of our standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
fucking Nate,
Yeah,
or
that
the
was
two
Nate.
Nate
The two
came
Nate,
from
that
me doing a loop which skips back to 2.
I knew the loop.
And I
yeah.
said to Nate, and now Kyle has adopted it into its own.
Oh, it's a
skipping
staple
a
now.
loop. Yeah.
I was excited that we were making them up on the spot, and I was like, oh my god.
But you can do that anytime.
Okay, cool.
That is part of the game,
All
for
right,
sure. And let's just do a little mind meld. Mind meld.
Hostel.
Coffee.
Hostel.
Coffee.
Germany.
Pastry.
What was that?
Cooking pastry.
Kuchen. It's like German pastry.
Oh.
Donut. Strudel donut.
Danish.
Sweet Dean.
Bear claw.
It was a manga. It was a manga.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the time. All right, and you two go.
Lumberjack.
Tree.
Oh.
Trees Cut wood.
Axe.
That's
Plank
better.
and axe.
Yours is also good.
Board-
Circus.
Board circus.
Oh,
Tightrope.
trapeze.
Tightrope and trapeze.
Oh.
High wire.
Balance.
Aerial.
What's yours?
Aerial and gymnast.
Fall.
What was it?
Flip and fall.
Fucking
Acrobat.
I was gonna say fucking.
Acrobat and fucking name.
So
I
glad
was gonna say acrobat. I should have gone acrobat and fucking name.
Forward reverse.
And baby.
Yeah.
Baby and forward reverse.
Birthday.
The
Old
only
birthday.
2 times you've done it.
Retirement. Father time and retirement.
Father time and retirement.
Gray hair.
Hair and watch.
Grandfather
Pendulum.
clock.
That's what I was thinking of.
TikTok. Oh.
TikTok and time.
Band.
Seconds.
30 seconds of band.
Oh, okay. I'll go Mars.
Sunday.
Oh.
Band starts
30 seconds
Sunday.
of Mars, that's what I was thinking.
Mars. 30 seconds of Mars.
Sunday and Mars.
Yeah, Sunday and Mars.
Calendar. Roman calendar. Roman calendar.
Oh, circatable.
Yeah.
Swirling.
Month.
January. Oy, oy, oy.
January and month.
First.
First and
Dates.
first date.
Awkward.
Yeah, all right, go have a quick seat. We're not gonna stay there for long. Grab some snacks, everyone. There's also, I already did that.
You're so smart.
There's also ice water. No ice? Just water. No, I mean they could get ice. They could get. You don't have to put ice in it. I was just kidding. Okay. Welcome to the beginning of the year, and so a couple things to think of. I'm building an overall map of games where I am categorizing them. Obviously, they don't all neatly fit into one specific category, but I'm trying to categorize them by what skill they work on. And so I'm somebody who started mainly long form, and now there's a lot of people who did that, but back then when I started, I came from film and TV production and wanted to do improv to do that, so I was more interested in long form, and back then most people did short form and then evolved into doing long form. And then I became sort of a snob about long form and short form for a while, and then I came back to short form realizing there were a lot of skills and benefits of doing it for me. Specifically just like joy, like just letting go and having fun and not worrying about doing it right, and playing with energy, playing fast, a lot of different benefits that I got from it. But specifically coming back from long form into short form, I was like, oh, each one of these is basically just an exercise that's working on a skill. That's it. It's just every short form game is a machine at the gym that's working out your arms, your legs, your back, your abs, whatever it is. So that's how I'm going to try to categorize these games as best that I can, so that we're working on it. However, I wanted to talk about running orders for a second. How many people are interested in hosting who are not currently hosting? Great. Yeah. Well, those who are hosting, I'll call on you to host some games right during rehearsals, but also for those who are interested, it doesn't mean you have to do it now, but if you want to just start practicing or even just try it, let me know, and we can get you on stage to start doing it. But one of the big things, I'll be making the games lists moving forward, at least for a while, but an important thing to realize is, like, in a show, you really want only certain kinds of, you don't want too many of the same kind of game. So a lot of times when we're not thinking about it, if we put New Choice and Day in the Life, which seem like different games, they're really the same game, right? They're both about getting a ding and correcting what you're doing, making different choices. Like, so new choice and that, and as well as surprise lines and love letters. I'm using those as examples because those are games we play a lot, but those are both justification games where we're soliciting stuff from the audience. So in my thinking, and I will share the whole rehearsal and game map as I'm making it, but I had to focus on the BIPOC ensemble, which started last night, which was exciting. So now I can refocus on this. But if we only focus on one kind of game, and we can only play one in the show, so I'm going to try to do like 2 different styles of game that we'll work on in a rehearsal, so that hopefully we can throw 2 new games into a show the weekend that after that falls it. That make sense? So from what I saw from my last minute question, justification and the physical games. So moving bodies and arms expert are the 2 games I think we'll work on. We haven't really played those a lot. They're kind of old school favorites, but they got benched, I think, pandemic-wise and consent-wise. They can be problematic, so we need to just kind of talk about that aspect to them. It's really important for the host to explain to people what you can touch to a volunteer if the volunteer is controlling the players. So Dave, if you'll come up here, please. Hey, Dave. Give Dave a round of applause, everybody. So what we would do is we would explain to a volunteer, great, so what you're going to do is Dave can only move what you haven't instructed him to do. So he's your puppet, so to speak, and you can do it by just gently touching him. So if you want to move his arm forward, he'll do that. You can bend it, you can turn it. If you want him to walk, just gently touch his foot and he'll take a step. You can take another step, and he'll only take 1 step at a time so you don't forget to stop him. He won't walk off the end of the stage. And you can turn his head like this, but he will operate his own mouth, so you don't have to pull at his face. Yeah. How does that feel to everyone in terms of does everyone here feel safe if that's the introduction that you could play? And you can always opt out as a night of show if you don't want to be that person or play in that game.
Audience members moving them?
So yeah, so you have 2 or 3, it's really fun to have 3 players, and so one of the players is off stage like we frequently do when you have 3 players, and so you have to make an entrance from the back, and the person, usually you have to yell from the back to cue that it's time to enter, or they'll just have you enter awkwardly at a strange situation.
Usually you have 2 volunteers moving bodies, is that way?
2 or 3, 1 per player.
1 per player, okay.
Yeah. Yes, Heather.
Is there a world where this could be played where it isn't an audience volunteer touching our bodies?
Yes.
Like a 4-person game and like 2 of the players? Or
Yeah, I think a way that we could do it is, I did have the BIPOC class do it that way. We can try it. I think it's
more fun for the audience if they're participating in moving the bodies. It's more of like a boundary access thing for me because it is a fun game, but I'm not necessarily comfortable with strangers touching my body.
yeah. So
But you all
Sorry,
are welcome to touch my body.
right.
Maybe there could be 2 players, 1 volunteer, and then the person who's more comfortable could be the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, also,
Yeah.
I don't have, this could be a game that I just don't play. That's
Yeah, totally. And I think it'd be fun to, why not try it, right? Why not try it where you have 2 audience volunteers and somebody else who's not scheduled for the game to be your person. And then that could and we can see how it works. And if we're like, ooh, I felt kind of lame, or if we're like, actually, it turned out really cool because the other people saw the performer doing it and it was kind of a example. Yeah. Yeah. So cool. You can go for that count, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Give it Dave a round of applause. Yes. And in terms of, I think it's even more complicated with moving with arms expert. So I think for arms expert, we want it to be 2 players and 2 audience members. So I would get, I'd get a couple up from the audience or friends, or, you know, can I get 2 people who are really comfortable being in, you know, touching each other to come up? Yeah, because I think you run the risk either way. I've had in my past experiences where the players felt sort of grossed out by somebody who got called up, and also people who were uncomfortable. It puts the player who's the arms in a pretty vulnerable position when we don't know the boundaries of a volunteer, and you're, you know, side boobing and like close to their body if you accidentally touch them. It's just, so I would say that here, currently, the way I would want to play it is with either just 2 people from the audience and a host, but I think it's more fun to have 2 people that are made up of, you know, so 4 people playing 2, and 2 are players and 2 are audience members. Make sense? Any variations of those games that you've played that you want to throw into the mix before we start?
I don't think I've ever seen Arms Expert with volunteers. I've only seen it just with 2 players.
Really?
Yeah.
It used to be the volunteer would get to be the arms.
Yeah.
And that was really fun, and they would do things you never would expect. But it just, yes, exactly. The player has to cope with whatever the volunteer is
Is that
doing.
the game with the table of props, and you're reaching in to grab the props? That's not, your face says.
I think that's a variation of it, but usually it's just one person sitting on a stool, I think, usually, right? And we can send, and a bully stick. I think it's easier if you have, Dave, if you want to come back up, if you don't mind. So it would be 2 stools so that somebody doesn't have to be leaning over, and then you put your hands, yep, exactly. And then I would be your hands like this.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then, and there's a lot of give and take between the hands and the person who's got the voice, right? And so if I make a choice as the arms, you're gonna try to justify that. If you make a choice with your words, then I'm gonna try to support that with the hands.
So
Yes.
an audience member would be involved.
Yes, yeah. And it's a question and answer thing, so they just,
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's an expert game.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, so, thank you, Dave, thank you, Dave. Any other questions? Yes, Michael?
Would you consider poses along the same style of that game, where there's just a third person like making poses, and then the other performers have to reenact whatever poses they made and justify it, or is that the abs instead of the arms?
As an arms expert, or a different game?
Yeah,
In the
different
game
style.
where they're like posing the bodies.
There is that, but there's one where there's a person who will just like, I make a pose, and the one of the performers then has to take on that pose and then justify it. And so there's one person who's basically a ghost walking around doing weird things.
Yeah, it's a game we can consider. I think it's not this game. Yeah. Yeah, and that seems more like a freeze tag, sort of dance party freeze or freeze tag kind of thing, where you're starting from a position.
It's one
Right.
scene, but there's one person.
So hitting the poses
Yeah,
throughout.
yeah,
Yes.
sorry, I was gonna.
Yeah,
sorry.
different game. So we can play that another time. Today we're gonna work on those 2. Yes.
The games you were just talking about, there's 4 people on the stage, 2 are players and 2 are audience members.
Yes.
And those 2 audience members know each other, and they're like a.
They're also on a stool and one's arms. Yep. And then the host or a third player, could be the host of the game within the game.
I'm just making sure I
Yep.
heard it right. Thank you.
Yes, you did. Any other questions, thoughts? Cool. And we'll do those for like the first half, and then when we come back, we're gonna work on some hesitation games, justification games, columns and silent columns. So we do a lot of, I mean, surprise lines is great because it's also great at the top of the show, getting the audience to shout out a bunch of suggestions and getting them to vocalize off the top. But columns and silent columns are super fun too, and we don't play enough volunteer games, I don't think. I think we could start playing some more of those. So all of these involve volunteers. Great, any questions? Everybody got enough water and snacks? Great. Who has played arms expert, or who's played moving bodies before and is willing to come on up and play moving bodies? So yeah, come on up. Dave, Olivia, and Nate. And we will need, Maddie, do you want to host it?
Sure.
Great. Good, Maddie. Round of
I've
applause.
never experienced this game before though, so.
You've never seen moving bodies?
No.
Oh,
No, maybe I shouldn't host because I don't.
yeah. Kyle, have you? You want to host it?
So, yeah.
I know you were just trying to understand. Old school classic.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, I'm gonna run this really quick.
Are we getting 2 volunteers?
All right, Kyle, you know how to.
Are we getting 2 volunteers this time, or 3?
You're gonna get 3. You're gonna get 1 for each player.
Okay, awesome. All right. Give a round of applause to these players. This week we'll be playing a game called Moving Bodies. And the way it works is they are in a scene, but they cannot move themselves in this scene. So they're going to start from a neutral position. And actually, we should start with a volunteer, probably. Okay, but before we explain the game, we're going to need 3 volunteers.
Ooh.
Don't be scared. It's not going to be...
I think what Stacey was saying was we should warn the audience, like we need 3 volunteers that are okay touching bodies.
No, that's for
We need 3 volunteers that are okay touching.
You can say, we could explain it a little bit and be like, we're gonna play a game called Moving Bodies. These are gonna be the bodies. We need 3 people to move them.
Okay.
And that's a way to sort of establish it right off the top. So we need 1 person to move each of these people, to be their puppeteer.
Yeah.
And then that will cover that.
Okay.
3 or 1?
3. 1 for each person. For the volunteers.
But before I explain this game, we're going to need 3 volunteers. Now what you're going to be doing, oh, you already see hands going up. I want to make sure that you're comfortable. You are going to be moving these bodies. And it'll be in a delicate sort of way. It's not going to be weird, okay? It's going to be cool. So raise your hand if you are a volunteer. All right, right here we've got, we'll give a round of applause to this person. This one back there, give a round of applause to this person back there. And we got one more way back there. Another round of applause. So pick your player and stand next to them. Feel free to meet them if you want. All right, so the way this game works is these 3 will be doing a scene, all right? But they can't move their own bodies in this scene. They can talk, but they're going to need your help to move their bodies. So before you start grabbing the players and throwing them around like rag dolls, there are some rules here. We're going to be delicate, okay? If you break it, you buy it sort of situation. So if you want them... Now, if you want them to take a step forward, say with their left foot, just tap right behind the knee here, just like that. And Dave will take a step forward. Same with the right knee, if you tap right there. If you want them to lean forward, just kind of touch them in their upper back right here, and they'll lean forward. Now, you can also turn their heads like this. But don't move their mouths, because they'll be able to move their mouths on their own. Same goes for the arms, like this, and you can twist it in a weird position, and they'll just stay there like they intended to do it in the scene, and it will continue until the scene is done. Does that make sense?
Emphasize being gentle as we turn.
Yes.
Don't know what you mean.
And remember, like I said, break it if you buy it if you break it, something like that. If you turn their heads, be sure and do it gently, because we don't want anybody dying on stage tonight. Olivia, would you like to take a suggestion for this game?
Yeah.
Olivia, yeah, would you like to take a suggestion?
Absolutely. Could I please have a suggestion for a place that you would go to relax?
Spa.
A spa. Thank you.
All right, your suggestion is spa. And we're going to see this game of moving bodies in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, dear, I'm so happy we came to this spa. This spa day that you've planned for us is just the best.
You're welcome, Reginald. You know, when I got that coupon from my work, I thought the one thing we need is a spa day. Take a seat, dear.
Oh, I'm gonna punch that seat if I get over there to it. You know me.
Honey, please don't punch the chairs again. That's why we got kicked out of the last spa.
I like to tenderize the seat.
Well, how can I say no to you? Fine. All right. This is a special chair spa where we sit down and experience the spa. Oh, Is there something in my hair, dear?
I'm tricking you again. Everyone thinks you're a bunny rabbit.
Oh, you card! Stop before the masseuse gets here. Still think I'm ridiculous, and I can't have that happen.
I would hate that too. I took my fingers away. Don't worry.
All right.
Is somebody feeling ridiculous?
Oh!
I am. It's me, your masseuse.
Reggie, quick, take a seat.
Oh, this is exciting.
Please, have a seat.
You must be Johan, the masseuse.
Oh, I am Johan, and I'm going to make you feel amazing.
Oh, I haven't felt amazing in a long time, Johan. I'm so excited for this. Babe, just thank you again. I am so relaxed already, as you can see.
I don't even want to look at you right now. I am so overwhelmed by the smell of this place. Is that lavender and thyme?
Johan, that feels so good on my shoulders.
As you can tell, my firm grip is really releasing the tension on your shoulders.
It's interesting he started with you, even though I'm the one with the coupon.
Now I'm just going to back up just a little bit and going to do a distance massage.
Ooh.
What this involves is smacking your head.
Oh my
I can feel it.
You're a good boy.
I've seen
Massaging
these.
your emotions.
I've seen these on TikTok. These are
Reginald.
great.
Reginald, you seem so loose and light.
I feel like I'm 22 years old again. Just after having my head slapped.
Oh my God, you look it.
I think I am now ready to move on.
Oh, I wish I could. Here, take my gum.
Thank you. My turn. Johan?
Come with me if you want to relax.
Of course, I'm ready. Let's go, quickly.
Aha, yo, this was all a scheme to get your partner.
Wait! Don't take her away!
You're too relaxed, you can't respond.
I'm ready.
But
We're out of here.
I hope another masseuse comes along and shows me another way to relax.
That's it. Come on, stand there for a second. How'd that feel? How'd that feel?
Good. I think there were a couple moments where I was like very in my head about like justifying things to the point that I wasn't always listening to you guys, but I think that would be a skill to work on of like.
For sure, and I would say because you're improvisers who are operating them, you actually were doing a intuitive job of giving and taking focus. It'll be even more chaos. So the challenge of giving and taking focus verbally, right, will be
So true.
part of this, right, is we have to remember to give and take focus even though physically we're all trying to take focus at all times if all the volunteers are moving us constantly and doing whatever. So I thought it actually had a really nice flow of give and take throughout. What else?
You said what I was just going to say.
Same thing. That's
Yeah, I was
it's
just thinking
hard
about the give
not
and
to-
take,
Yeah.
and then saying that the audience was going to be worse.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I've played this a bit over at, when I was playing comedy sports, and the volunteers, they forget they're even doing anything, and you're just like, I sure wish I could come see you now. You know, like they
Yes.
just forget,
Right.
you know, or
Sometimes
you'll
they're
be
the
like
other
over
way.
here, and
Yeah.
you'll be like, oh,
I'm
my
entering
appointment, I'm gonna be late, and like they forget, they don't know, you know.
They're
so-
either moving you the whole time or they're just afraid to do anything, and definitely don't be afraid to call to action. Like when you're like, I think I'm going to switch people now, right? Like using some of the dialogue to help direct and just them to remember to move you is totally fine. Yes, Kyle.
I don't know what's in the scene, so I'm raising my hand. But
Yeah.
to Dave's note too, like I kind of like lost track who was the player and who was not a player, and I feel like just could be a personal opinion. 2 audience members and 3 players is just a more fun balance because they forget to do a thing or they have to jump over and help a person out. I felt like they were just so focused on their player that it wasn't as silly to me, you know. We're so
Would
focused
you
on the player.
would you want to see like 2 players controlling 3 showdown people, or like 1 person just justifying the other 2?
That's my personal opinion. It's 2 volunteers.
2 volunteers.
And
Yeah.
3 bodies.
And 3
Yeah, then they
bodies.
have to like run over to this one
Yeah.
and move it. And
If
then they're like,
they,
oh, I
if
forgot
they
about
do
it.
it, right? So
Uh-huh,
I think we should
yeah.
play it both ways and then check back in and see
Totally.
what we like better. And like Matt said, sometimes people do it with 1 person, but I think that then the whole thing is just kind of,
Yeah.
the whole scene becomes getting the person to run around. And commenting on not moving.
Kinda
And we
like a
still want
weekend at
our scene to
Bernie's.
be a good scene. So, and speaking to that, I love the scene. I love the comment, oh, interesting, he started with him when I had the coupon. Was such a fun, invested moment. I love that you stole the wife. And Dave, my one note for you would be at the end, like that's the button your wife just got stolen, and you made the comment, I hope someone else comes and teaches me how to relax. Like I don't think you'd get over the.
You're exactly right.
Your wife is still being stolen in that moment. Yes, I'm like, no,
Yeah, Stella.
relaxation. I knew it would ruin me, right? Like, but the button really needs to be about what that turning point was. Your wife was just stolen,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, you're not ready to be over that moment yet. Hi. Cool. Any other thoughts or questions?
I would maybe just echo what Kyle was saying about having 2 players
Well,
or
let's
2
try.
audience people.
I mean, this game gets played a lot of different ways. 3 is how I've seen it played actually the most. And when you do it at comedy sports, how many?
It's 2 volunteers for 3 players. Usually.
So then the person
And
who's
so
off stage usually just has to yell, and then they
Has
get.
to beg
and the
to come up on
person has to-
stage. Yeah.
Great, let's try it that way. So let's have the 3,
And then are the 2 volunteers
3 people
assigned?
sitting who
Or
like
is
the
it like
same-
they
No,
Yeah.
they're
free
assigned.
So let's get you
Well,
yeah.
no,
Like one-
actually,
one
no,
person
they're not
gets 2?
assigned. They're
Yeah.
not assigned. I was thinking
Yeah,
of
they would have to just like.
So you 3 will be the players, and let's have 2 of the people who just were players. You will be the volunteers.
I'm stuck up here.
Huh?
Makes sense. You got it.
Oh wait.
Maya, you stay?
So 3 new people who were watching are now playing.
Except you only need 2 volunteers.
You only need 2 volunteers.
Do you want to purposefully be a bad body?
Yeah.
Let's do
Now
that.
we have 2
All right.
volunteers operating 3.
Let's try to channel our
Audience.
audience over.
You want
I understand.
All right, great. You want to host again, Kyle?
Down for whatever. I'll give these players a round of applause. Yay! You did the spiel already about volunteers, and we already got them on stage, so they know the drill. Unless you want me to practice again, which is totally cool too.
Why don't you practice it again?
Yes, Carter.
All right, so you've met your players. Now I'm going to explain.
Okay, get it real tight.
That's right. So this is the way the game works. You are going to be moving their bodies for them because they cannot move. They can, however, talk with their mouths. So don't move their mouths, but if you want them to do something like, say, take a step forward, you'll just tap the back of their knee like that on one leg, and if you want the other leg, tap like that, and they'll take steps forward. You can also touch their arms and put them in really ridiculous poses, just like that. You can also gently move their face, just like this. Whoop. And they'll know where to move. You can also move them forward, like bending down like that. And they want to justify this pose as if that was how the director intended the scene to go. Now remember, if you break it, you buy it, be nice, these are nice people, okay? All right, and Michael, could I get a suggestion for this scene, please?
Yes, please, audience members. Where's some place that stresses you out?
The spa.
The spa.
The spa, is that what you said?
Waiting in line at an amusement park.
Waiting in line at an amusement park. All right, waiting in line at an amusement park is your suggestion. We're going to see this game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me.
Pardon me. The line hasn't moved in a little while. Sorry, can anyone hear me? It's pardon.
I'm right here.
Oh God. So, could we, I don't know, maybe get some refreshments or? Sorry, I've got to stretch. I've been stuck in this line for so long.
This roller coaster will be here before you know it.
And when will that be? Because
You have to pray to the roller coaster god and wish it upon us.
pray oh. Goodness.
Extra, get your corn dogs here. Wait in line for the roller coaster cult. Extra, get them here. I'm not trying that hard. I'm not even lifting my arms.
I'd like a corn dog,
Nobody wants anything. I'm out of here.
Wait, come back! Come back!
No, it's too late. I'm angry
Come
now.
back! We want the corn dogs!
I'm desperate for corn dogs. Put it in my left hand.
Corn dogs
The
will
thing's
lift the roller coaster our way.
You've been waiting here for so long, and yet you just ignored me when I was offering you food. How could you?
Let's establish some rapport. Here, fist bump. Or you withholder of hot dogs. I'll never forgive this. I'm here. I paid good money to be here, and now I am being told to pray by you. And I'm not being fed by you.
By me? I don't have a hot dog.
I'm reaching into my satchel. Hang on, I got your dog.
Get this finger out of my face, or else.
I'm calling on the roller coaster gods to destroy this roller coaster.
I'm on your side now.
No. No!
As foretold,
Don't you do it!
pray to me now.
You're so powerful.
I'm standing exactly like that Eastern Orthodox Jesus, I think.
Oh my!
But I kind of want to go home.
I'm feeling drawn to you.
I don't know that I was meant for spiritual leadership.
I think you are.
Made for this. You're showing me the way?
I'm showing you the way.
Oh.
How'd that feel?
You are like a spiritual.
I was trying to bend your arms, but you went on.
I lost my balance there. I also lost the plot halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard, right? It's hard to stay connected when
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
different.
look at each other. Hey, John. I think it's time for him to hit the sack.
Oh.
I wanted you to come in as roller coaster god.
Yeah,
Well-
that would be my note, right? Is to, if you're making an entrance, if that entrance can heighten what's already happening in the scene. It was a fun move. It wasn't a bad move. It wasn't, it was an entertaining move. But we had said the roller coaster gods will be here any minute. It's such a powerful lead-in for you when you're on that side, right? So when you're that person who's being the third, who's going to enter, I think it's just really important to be listening super hard for what is your entree into the scene and what can you heighten that's already happening. I love that it ended up turning into almost a Canadian cross. You're going, and had you been the god, it still would have been a Canadian cross, right? It just been like, I am here, and now I am going. To react to that reality. Make sense?
Yes.
So yeah, it's all about. I think. Oh, there isn't? Oh shoot. Okay. It's all about being able to focus on the story, even though your body's doing all kinds of wild things. So it definitely is cleaner with fewer volunteers up there moving bodies on the stage. So that was fun. How did it feel trying to move 3 bodies as the volunteers?
It's fun because I could let one sit for a minute and go mess around with someone else, I guess. But yeah.
I kind of liked it in that way too, of feeling like constantly in action or movement, even if the players weren't always in movement. There was, I kind of enjoyed it.
Great. Cool.
It's hard to check in with other people.
Yeah.
Really hard to check in. So probably just relying more on my listening ears instead of my panicked eyes.
And this feels a bit silly after the fact, but like eye contact and moving the face a little bit because I felt like so detached. Like I have to look over here, but
99% of the time, that's physically how you're going to be in this game.
Yeah.
And what I think is great, and this is the first time I've sort of taught this game in a long time, and it's been my mission to break the 3 feet by a part of cowboy stance.
Yeah.
And so this really forces us to do that while also maintaining some kind of semblance of story. I liked the gifts that it gave though, having pointing to the top is where the God thing came from, and then when you were facing each other, you're like, I am attracted to you. Like, I am the God. So this is great. It's a great skill, and even though it seems like just such a silly game, right? The volunteers just moving these bodies around. If we can manage to tell a killer story despite it, then we've really exercised our ability to stay connected without just being in our normal, comfortable Western 3x3, 3 feet away from each other, looking at each other right in the eye. Excellent. Let's get 3 players, people who have not been the players yet. And 2 movers. You have not moved yet.
3 feet.
Yeah? Alright, I will move 5. Okay, great.
The last one was a good reminder that audience members don't necessarily understand blocking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, you could very well end up doing the entire scene like this.
Yes.
Yes.
No, like this. Like this. No, you have to bend.
But also,
Fancy.
Olivia was so aware, was like moving multiple people at the same time.
Yeah.
Was like a
Yeah.
maestro up there. Audience members will not be like that. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I need a mint. Sorry, everyone.
Do you want me to get you one more?
Hey, do you want to try those?
No, this is something.
Alright, 8 more!
That was a good run.
Thank you, I appreciate it. That's how I run normally. We're gonna see a game called Moving Bodies. This is how it works. So, we're gonna see a scene, but these players cannot move their bodies. They are static. They have no motor skills. Their frontal lobes are silent. So, what we need is 2 volunteers. Oh good, we have 2. These folks will move the players around while they perform the scene. Now, you can't just wrangle them and move them. There are ways to move these people so they don't break. They're fragile. They're artists. So here's how you move them. If you want to move their arm, just give them a gentle tap upwards. If you'd like to move their fingers, you're more than welcome to just gently move their fingers. If you want to move their head in a direction, gently move it this way. Please do not perform an 80s action movie neck crack. That would be bad for everyone. If you want them to step forward in a scene, give them a gentle tap on the back of the knee. That's how they walk forward, backwards, on the front of the knee. And that's, winded. And that's how you move the bodies. If you want them to lean forward, you do one of these, and then back up. That's basically it. You kind of get it, right?
Yeah.
All right, to get this game started, we need a suggestion. Maddie, would you like to get a suggestion?
Yes. What's a location that would fit on this stage?
Roller derby.
Roller derby, thank you.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo! Well,
Okay.
I'm ready. We're gonna win this year once and for all. That's why they made me captain.
I don't know. River Tam. I don't. It's a roller derby team. I don't know if I feel ready for this championship game.
I'm ready enough for the both of us. It's me, River Tam. From the Firefly franchise. That's right.
And me, Marilyn Punches.
Marilyn Punches.
Can't move that hand, Maya.
I know we're workshopping your name, but you know what? Marilyn Punches, I believe in you. And that should be all you need to kick some serious roller skating ass. Now, do you believe me?
I'm gonna have to.
Do you believe in
Where are you
yourself?
going? Why are you pulling away from me?
Do you believe in yourself? That's the question.
Do I believe in myself?
Do you?
You're a fool if you do.
Oh, this asshole.
Yeah, this asshole.
If it isn't Ham Slamwich.
That's right, Ripper Tam and Marilyn Punches. It's me, Ham Slanches.
Ham Slanches. Sandwich was right there and you decided not to go for it. That's why you'll never be a true roller derby star.
Well, you're gonna eat your words.
Eat
Because
my
I'm
words?
here
Why
to-
don't you eat my wheels?
Oh, those are some big words coming from a river athlete.
That's me, a river athlete.
Let's get out of here, Ham. This is the women's locker room.
I wish I could. but I'm a little stuck now.
Go!
Because
Just get-
I want to fight you guys. That's
We're
right.
not afraid of you. Girls can do anything, especially in roller derby.
Let's duke it out right here, right now, then save all those ticket payers some time.
Wait a second. We gotta give them a show.
Yeah,
You
you're
all
right.
know that.
They did pay money.
They paid money for roller derby.
All right, just a quick little skirmish then.
Just a quick skirmish.
Yeah,
All
real
right.
quick like.
Lay
I'm gonna
it
punch
on
you
me.
so hard.
I'd like to see
Oh,
you
it's gonna
try.
be so hard.
I'd like to see you try.
Here it comes, a big
You're not
punch.
even anywhere
Here it
close.
comes. Oh, blocked. Damn, foiled again.
That's right. That's why they call me River Tam.
Nice job.
As an audience member, that was so fucking fun. River tantrum.
River
I
Tantrum.
know somebody
We all got our
There we
names
go.
on it.
River tantrum.
What would you call it?
What was my
Ham
what was
sandwich.
yours?
Maryland punches. That would be my pro wrestling. You're like standage.
Hand sandwich or something like that.
Does this ever start? I'm trying to remember where the audience members put them in a position before the scene starts, so
Oh,
that
that's a
they're
fun
like
idea.
That may be fun.
justifying their
Yeah.
start too. I'm trying to remember if I've seen that or not.
Yeah, that's a fun idea. It's
Rather than
surprisingly
off
They
the
do it
fun.
movie,
online.
like-
Pretty sure it's the
Yeah,
doing
'cause
online.
then
To remember not to move.
Yeah, then they feel like you're kind of like it's like an icebreaker.
we don't
to
start,
have them
like-
move into the body.
It warms up the volunteers too. Like, go ahead and get them in a
Yeah,
position and
it's
start
an
the position.
icebreaker.
I like that.
Yeah.
You have 15 seconds to get them into a position.
And your time starts. I do like
That's a
that
good
though.
idea.
I want to keep it tight though.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's really fast. Like, get in position right now. Here we
You
go.
can do it
and
fast.
5 and 2, 5.
This could be a situation where the host does get the suggestion while you get them in their starting position.
yeah.
While I get a suggestion of
I
a
like
blah blah
that.
blah, so that could keep it tight.
That's
Toy.
good.
Super fun. There were a couple moments of over talking, so
Yep.
just be aware of that. Which again is easier when you can look at each other. When you can't, it takes a lot more honed in listening. But we definitely had a great story of these two women who believed in each other and this
And then a guy in the women's
and this
locker room.
I was like,
rival who
hungry.
stormed into the women's locker room just to give them shit and got run out of the room, which was great. Any other thoughts, questions? Yes.
Just it was cool seeing people be like set up, like the audience members be set up to do something fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and you could see that they ran towards the thing and it was like, we're gonna fight, and then that's something recognizable, like if something recognizable seems to be good.
Yes, I'd be just cautious, or I'm gonna punch you real slow, just to make sure there isn't any punching that happens.
Kyle was
They
not
go
letting
like-
me control it.
Yeah.
Punch.
I was like, I want this to be good.
Just a caution of all the
Kyle was
audiences. What else? Any other thoughts? Has everybody been a player? Great, let's do it one more time.
I technically haven't, but I'm very uncomfortable.
You don't need to.
Okay.
I just meant anyone who wants to.
That felt like.
Yeah.
So I think I should practice
You wanna do it again?
not moving.
Yeah.
One again.
Yes, exactly. All right, those are our 3 players. Yay! All right, Dave Moore. Kyle Stebbins on keys.
Body mover.
That would be really funny. That would be very funny. Dave, why don't you take it all the way from the top and call
All right.
up some volunteers and everything?
Do you think I should explain the game a little and then get the
I
volunteer?
think we're going to play a game called Moving Bodies,
Yeah.
where these players are going to be the bodies, and I need some people to be
Bingo.
the movers.
Thank you for that.
And so
Yeah.
it's quick and tight, and it's clarifying that they're going to have to touch each other.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right, we're gonna play a game called Moving Bodies. These are the bodies and we need some volunteers to move them. Would anyone like, oh my goodness, too emphatic waving of the hands back there. Come on up.
Yay.
Give them a round of applause, everyone. Here they are.
Come on down!
And what was your name?
Michael.
Michael. What was your name?
Janelle.
Janelle. Michael and Janelle, everyone. Michael and Janelle.
I'm shy.
For this game.
1 second, if you can get their names, who wants to come up? Great, and come on up. And while they're coming up, get their names in the applause for them, because it's such a big space.
Right.
So
Yep.
just to fill in that
I love it.
time,
Yeah.
and then once they're up there, that's already taken care of.
Okay, great.
I,
Yep.
I'm about efficient,
I love it.
efficiency.
No,
Great.
yep.
Great.
Okay, for the game of moving bodies, we're going to see a scene, but these players cannot move. They are static. They're frozen. However, these two lovely volunteers can move them. So, to move the players, we have to do it gently. So if you want to move their arm, just give them a little tap like this. If you want to move their hand, just put it into a position. If you want to move their head, just slightly give them a little nudge on the chin. Don't move their mouth. They will move their mouth. If you want them to walk forward, give a little tap on the back of the knees. If you want to move backward, a little tap on the front of the knee. And that's how you get, that's how you are supposed to get them up. That's how you get them to walk. If you want them to lean forward, give them a little nudge right there, or come back and you just give them a little tug right there. And that's how you move the bodies. Okay, now we need a suggestion. Matt, would you like to get a suggestion from
let's try having volunteers. Why don't you try putting
Oh yes, thank
these
you.
performers, one of them will start off stage, you can put the other two in their starting position. While they're doing that, you can get a suggestion.
Bingo.
Yeah.
All right, so one of you will start off stage, go do that. And the other, so the volunteers put the players in their starting position, and we will get a suggestion from the audience. Audience, what is a job that I look like I have? Umpire. I'll take umpire. All right, we'll see this game of moving bodies in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, that's a foul ball.
God damn it! Oh. Are you? Do you know what you're calling? I've been managing this team for 15 years, and you're gonna call foul ball on that?
Coach, are you fighting with the umpire?
I'm apparently fighting.
I'm gonna throw a yellow card. I'm gonna do it.
Don't you
Here I
dare!
go.
Don't you dare throw that card!
I'm gonna throw a yellow card.
Put it back in your pocket.
Here it is.
Ah! I can feel the yellow card. There it is. You're gonna regret this.
Now you're threatening me? Coach!
I'm not threatening you. I'm here to hug you. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
Look who's chatting up with the umpire again. Who's behind me right now?
It's Beth.
I can't even look at you in this state, Jeffrey. You're embarrassing me and the team we fought together. I feel like you're close to me though, still, even after all these years. Oh.
Those are my boobs, Beth.
Beth, honey, this is my new thing I'm trying. Boop. Not in front of my husband.
Thank you. May I have another? I love your boobs.
What did you call?
I said I love your boobs. And that's time. Good job.
It is fun to watch you all play with this and to see your instincts, because I think, Maya, you like to move a lot.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
And Matt, you move a lot, and so it was funny, I saw you you felt like if your body stopped, you had to stop talking.
Yeah.
I could talk and not move, right? Which was great. Also, that was the most angry character I think I've ever seen you play. And just as I formulated that thought, I'm going to tell Matt how great this angry character is, you went, I'm going to give you a hug. I'm like, there he is. But it was justified totally by the movement that the position you were put into, and justified by that. I don't know if you could tell Olivia what you were Olivia's character's husband.
I got when Olivia said it, then I was like, that's right.
Yes.
It's my fault because I didn't know who was behind me, and I think I was creating a reality in my head that was not happening on stage.
Right, so you thought that
none of us could see each other.
His character was closer to you.
Yeah.
I think that stuff's gonna happen. It's totally gonna get a little sloppy and messy, and that's totally
fine. And I think Maya, your commitment to just booping once you found it was, and you were like, not my husband, and then clearly when you said, may I have another, like, this marriage was over.
Yeah.
You started to leave. This umpire had seduced this angry coach
It was a
with her
boopless
boobs.
Yeah.
It was a moving and compelling story that would be the plot of a 90-minute film directed by Judd Apatow.
We've
All
broken
right.
up 2 marriages.
Any other questions about this game? Super fun. Feel like you can play it in a show this weekend?
Yeah.
If you are up for playing it. For those of you who are. Great, let's take a quick break, grab some waters.
Who's the
and
water
we
freak?
will
Not the ice.
Is it so? I can remember to talk about this, but I can't remember to talk and not move. It is like this.
Your head is still like moving around a little bit. You were working hard.
It's hard, right? When you're a physical person. But also, some of that movement is nervous movement. I think both of you can sometimes have nervous movement on stage, but it's a deliberate movement. So being forced to freeze and be able to talk will help you, I think, be more selective when you get better control over yourself. You know, it's cool to discover as we're doing it. So like this time is your audience. It's also audience member. You should work with them.
Also, states, different cities, and different scenes. I was danced around. This is one where I would we just stand still like I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 players, please. 2 players. There's Sawyer and Michael. Great. We're gonna play a game that you may have seen if you watch Who's Line ever. But we have these 2 players, but we need 2 volunteers from the audience who are comfortable touching each other. We have 2 people who are comfortable touching each other's. I think Kyle's rejecting your name. Yay! Yeah, what's your name? What's your name, sir?
Yeah, it's Vlad.
Vlad, what's your name?
Bad.
Can I have a round of applause for Vlad? Vlad, come on over here. Come on over here, yeah. I know.
so much. Great, perfect. That's exactly where I want you. What are you players? You can sit down here. Great, what we're gonna do is play a game called, God, I keep mixing up moving arms and,
Arms expert.
Arms expert.
That's all it's called.
Arms expert.
Oh, that's
I was
true.
thinking. I was like, what is that?
Sex with pits.
Hey, party.
Yeah.
Like armpits.
We're gonna play a game called Arms Expert, and each of these pairs of humans are gonna play one character together. And the person here on the chair, well, they're gonna play everything of the body except for the arms. And Sawyer will go through there and you will provide the arms. Same thing here, Vlad, you're gonna be the arms for bad. Great, and can I get a suggestion from the audience? What is something you wish you knew more about?
Crochet.
I heard crochet. So you're all experts in crochet. That's what you are. You're crochet experts, and then I'm going to ask you questions. You're going to answer those questions verbally, and you're going to provide the gestures. Same thing as our players over here. So for example, if I asked Michael's character, what is your name? You might say,
Wilhelm.
and that's how it's going to go. All right, we're going to see this arms expert in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crochet is Life. I'm Andrea Vandria, and I've been crocheting probably since the womb, really. It's in my DNA. My grandmother did it. My great-grandmother did it. But as much as I know about crochet, I know there are people who know even more. I have two of the world's most renowned experts in crochet here with me. I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Can you please introduce yourselves to our wonderful audience at home?
Hi, my name's Stitch. Chose that name myself.
Wonderful. I'll give you a pat on your shoulder, too. And can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Dan, and I love to crochet.
Yeah, and I see you're working on a project right now.
Yes, I am, yes.
And it's just getting started. It's a lot of yarn, and it's a lot of yarn still in skeins. What is it that you're going to make for us today?
It is it's a negligee. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't realize how much lingerie is made with crochet. It's really fine. That wool is a little heavier than I've seen used for lingerie.
It's from llama.
Oh, it's llama. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is what llamas look like. Thank you. I would love to ask you both, what is it, and you can answer one at a time. I'm just going to ask you both at the same time. What is it that made you love crochet so much?
Well, I loved it because I thought I was being individual. I thought I was number one. Yeah. But now it seems like there's a lot of other people who have my hobbies. And I use alpaca, and there's no less than like 5 people apparently. Can you believe it? So many people taking what's right from me. My heart. I'll take what's rightfully mine. But yeah, no, I like how it feels when I stitch. That's why I do this.
Yeah. Well, Stitch, you still are the best in the world. I mean, no offense, Dan, you're number 2.
Thanks.
Yay! Dan, what is it that drew you to crochet as an art form?
I wanted to cover my shoulders. I wanted to be able to make something for me. And then I decided I wanted to make things for other people as well. Sorry. I'm not used to talking in public.
It's good. It's great to stay hydrated. A lot of times you forget in the winter months.
I knitted that cozy.
Wow.
The koozie on the drink.
The koozie.
Yeah.
It's a cozy koozie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, you just want me to look at it? Sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
So I know the two of you have had a rivalry for a really long time. And so I have something special that we're going to do at the end. But first, are there any questions for crochet experts from the audience? Yes, you.
I don't know how to tie a knot, and I fear that I may never crochet. Can you offer any advice to beginners like me?
Does anyone want to?
Oh, well, that's a head scratcher. There it is. Well, the key thing is just to grab as many threads as you can, grab them all together as much as humanly possible, and just keep throwing them around. Throw them against the walls, throw them against your fingers over and over again, and eventually you'll get there. And that'll happen. It's how infinity works.
Wow, that was amazing, Stitch. Thank you. Dan?
I have a special technique. It is a little more delicate than that, and I'll show you right now. So you take apparently a big clump, just 2 clumps, and then we're gonna find the string. We're gonna get like just a real delicate, like thin part. There we go. And we're just gonna pull it apart, and then we're going to make bunny ears. Okay. And we're gonna wrap it, loop it, swoop it, pull it tight, just like that.
I hope that helped you.
I'm so inspired.
Sometimes it gets stuck on your finger.
You pull it too tight. Yes, there were other questions. Yes.
I was just wondering, what's the biggest project that you've ever worked on? The most complicated project?
Thank you so much. They want to know, what is the biggest project you've ever worked on? Actually, let's start with you, Dan.
Actually, I brought it. It's right here. This is a model of the human brain. And it is precise and anatomically correct.
It's made entirely of llama.
Yes, yeah.
It's
not the llama brain, the llama fur.
Yes, yes. It's beautiful. Very nice. And how about you, Stitch?
Let me think about my thinking pose for a second. I remember. Yes, I made a full-scale photo, realistic Mona Lisa. With just my hands, I can show you exactly the curvature of how that Mona Lisa looks. You start with the head, and then there's the rest.
It's amazing. That's incredible. Mona Lisa and a brain. So last thing before we go, I brought a little special skein and some hooks for each of you. They're exactly the same.
Oh, hooks.
And I wanted to see who could crochet the most beautiful bandana in 10 seconds. Okay, here we go, and go!
Hyperspeed! Faster! Oh, that's too fast. Oh, that's too fast.
Oh my gosh, they've both been injured. I guess this was a terrible idea. I'm so sorry, but thank you both for being here. Thank you all.
My injury's worse!
So competitive, Stitch. That's it. Thank you, everybody. Give it up for our volunteers, our players.
That was nervous audience member.
It feels like you've done this before.
No. I mean, I have, but did you mean the sitting thing?
No, improv. You're great at it.
So how did it feel to be the arms and to be the people?
Yeah, I've been burning.
Definitely. We're staying up.
Sorry. Yeah.
So how did it feel?
Felt good.
I feel warm in the back.
Yeah.
Felt a lot of...
I wasn't sure when I was back. I was trying to keep my hands to myself. I was like, "What am I touching?" I wasn't sure where I was on Kyle.
He was sitting.
Yeah.
So you were okay.
I definitely would take a chair next time. That
Would
was a
you?
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
we
standing.
just set it up that way.
Great.
I mean, you're very tall.
Yeah.
So for me, the stool is perfect for me to stand behind.
Cool.
So I think as players and hosts, let's just kind of keep an eye for what looks like would be more comfortable for the players for yourself and also for the volunteers. Yeah.
Would have been more comfortable if I were standing?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine doing either. I just.
It's usually seated. I had this idea while we were playing it of it felt a little, because you're acting with your whole body.
Oh yeah.
And so your face and everything, and I was like, oh my god, it's kind of like Avenue Q. And I was like, could we do a musical?
Yes.
With that's all players, but players being the arms for it's sort of an adaptation. Anyway, that's a game idea.
We just tie 2 players together for the whole night.
Just for the song. We could do it for the whole night.
That's
It's
great.
very uncomfortable.
but, cause Avenue C, you can see the puppeteers,
Yeah.
and they also act, right? And
Yeah.
like, is it Q?
Q.
Q.
What's Avenue C?
Avenue C is our version.
Oh, fun.
Curious.
I'm
Yay!
curious.
I named it and I didn't even know it. All right, good job. Let's get 4 more players and a host. And anyone can host, even if you're not a host, you can play the character host. So
All right.
there's one. If you're comfortable doing it, if you're not comfortable doing it, you don't have to. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right, everybody, we're gonna be playing a game called Arms Expert.
Yeah.
Are you my improviser or are you my audience member?
That's a good question.
All right, you'll be my improviser.
Yay.
All right. So the way this is going to work, we've got our lovely volunteers here, Janelle and Olivia, who are, each of you in the front are going to be experts at a subject we'll get in just a moment. But you cannot move your arms. So you put your arms behind you and then your partner will put their arms through and they will be your arms the entire time. So you will have to work together. Yeah, find a way that you're comfortable. Great, cool. So, audience members, well, as they're getting comfortable, what is a subject that you believe these people are not experts on?
Exotic birds.
Exotic birds. You're wrong. They are. They are experts on exotic birds. And so we are now going to see this game of Arms Expert in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ka-ka! Welcome everybody to Tweety's Playhouse. I'm Tweety, your host. Today we've got 2 amazing experts on the topic of birds. I'm all aflutter. So please introduce yourselves. We'll start with you over here.
Yes, my name is Paul Perot, and I've been studying birds for 15 years.
Wow, very good, very good. And you over here.
Hello, I'm Polly. Polly and I have studied birds for 20.
Okay.
You think you got 5 more years on me?
That's math.
I didn't take the weekends off.
It's that extra E. All right. Okay. Let's start with some questions. What is your favorite bird? Either of you may answer.
Oh, I know. My favorite bird is the flamingo.
Oh, the flamingo. Very an elegant bird indeed. And how about you?
Oh, I do love a flamingo, but what's coming to me is the good old crow. The crow, the black crow.
Crow schmo. But, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it friendly.
Sorry.
I gave you a compliment about the flamingo.
I'm sorry. I just don't like crows.
Now everyone knows that when birds are trying to attract each other, they do sometimes mating calls and other times mating dances. Could you show us how your favorite of the mating dances?
Oh, this one is my personal favorite. First, it goes like this.
Oh.
Oh. And then, if it works, the other bird will scream back. Oh. That's my favorite dance.
That was attractive. Polly, what about you?
Wow, effective. Whew. So my favorite mating call is I sit up really high and I bring my voice up high and I go, hey, hey, hey,
It's a long one. I feel like I know that bird. What bird was that?
The tweetity dee.
Audience, do we have any questions for our experts up here? Yes, you.
When building nests, what's like the biggest nest a bird can build, and what's it made of?
Yeah. Do you guys have any? Polly, yeah.
The biggest nest a bird can make is the nest of the golden eagle. And it starts with human flesh. That is picked apart from the tallest of Sasquatches and built on the highest of buildings.
Wow, today we learned that Sasquatches are humans. Now, Paul, for you, this is your award-winning book. and it is an amazing book. I was wondering if you could
yes.
flip to it and show us your favorite paragraph.
Yes, let me point right to it. When the California condor decides to swoop down into the lake of the goddesses, it will find a fish ever so great that it will bring it back to its children. And when it gets to its children, it will just throw it right in front of them, and the children will look up to their mother or father and say, "May I eat?" And the eagle or the condor will say, "No, first we must thank the river."
Thank you very much. That was
The next page was a picture, so I couldn't read it.
That's fine. That's fine. Now, Polly, for you, if you could flip to, I know how you feel about this book. If you could flip to your least favorite page.
Careful.
Flamingos. Part 1. They start with the pick of a fish and a caw of a hand, and they yawn their way through society, eating shrimp, but not enough. Yawn, yawn, yawn.
Yawn, yawn, yawn. That's beautiful. You didn't read it right.
All right, now let's not fight.
Why I
And we have to end the show. That's time. Yeah, it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah. How do you feel? That reading was great. Every time he turned the page, Matt, you intuitively like pause, hold your head back, like
Yeah.
You're like,
Because yeah, Dave was holding the book so close to his face.
yeah. You're like reading it, but then
He's nearsighted.
yeah, and we're like really cute, like pointing it all out, and so few words per page. Even more special. Super fun. Any thoughts reading it? Were you comfortable in the chair and had good reach, or was it hard?
I ended up standing up,
Yeah.
I think, just for the movement, and yeah.
Yeah. It's a little hard.
Yeah, I kind of did like a split stance, but
Mm.
I'm also short, so.
Do we think like a chair to chair?
That could also
I think
work.
then you're really sort of
Then you're
stuck. Yeah. Seems like it really depends on the players.
Is there anyone who's done your yoga who would like to volunteer?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
pose
For 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, yay! Only 20 minutes left, so I'd like to move on if everyone's cool with that.
Should we take these
We'll
down?
have, yes, please, thank you, Matt. We'll have other, great character too, Matt. We'll have some other opportunities to get reps on that game. But now I want to play columns. And the way that columns works is that we will have 2 or 3 people in the scene. Let's just start with a 2-person, making a 2-person game. And then we'll have 2 audience members, and we'll put them on either side. And whenever they get pointed to, they say a line and they fill in the blank. So it's like surprise lines, except they're having to, all the lines are coming from them, and they have to think of them in the moment. When we host, well, let me get 2 players up. We're gonna play the game of columns. Let me get Maddie and Heather. Give Maddie and Heather a round of applause. All right, but they aren't the only ones who are gonna play in this game tonight. No, we need 2 volunteers who like to talk. I know you're one. Come on up. What's your name? What's your name, ma'am? Maya. Maya, not to assume you're there. Maya. Come on up, Maya, and if I can have you just stand right over here, that would be wonderful. Sorry, one thing I forgot on moving bodies that I just keep forgetting, so I'm gonna add it right now, is when you're the players, you can introduce yourselves to the volunteers so they feel a little more comfortable. So everybody say hi, Maya. This is Maya. And I need one more person who really likes to talk. Yes, come on up. What's your name?
Sawyer.
Sawyer. Everybody give Sawyer a round of applause. Thank you, Sawyer. You're going to come right over here. And the way this works is
Maddie and Heather are going to be doing a scene, but throughout the scene they're going to need some help. So they're going to get to a point and they might be talking, their character will be saying something, and I'm going to go to the, and then they're going to point, when they go like this to you, you're going to fill in the blank. Have you ever played the game Mad Libs before? Oh. Yes, it's just like Mad Libs, so you're going to fill in the blank. You can say whatever you want. It can be the thing that makes sense, or it can be something that you don't think makes any sense. It's totally up to you. And then the players have to incorporate that in the scene. So if I said, tomorrow I'm so excited I'm getting to go to the
Shampoo parlor.
the shampoo parlor, and I'm going to get my hair done. I'm going to look so pretty when I go to the
Dog store.
dog store, which I'm going to go to right after the shampoo parlor. And that's all we need you to do, except one more thing. Maddie, do you want to get a suggestion?
I sure would. What's a relationship between two people, like cousins, but not cousins?
Coworkers
Co-workers, where do we work?
at a apple orchard.
At an apple orchard, thank you.
Great. Co-workers at an apple orchard. We're going to see this game of columns in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This season's not like last year. It's too
Barren.
barren.
Yeah, the apples just aren't as plump or juicy. I feel like it might be because of the
Moisture.
moisture. It's just too moist.
I've been saying that for weeks. Our orchard's way too wet. It must be because of the
Big fire.
big fire. That made it wetter here. I don't know how weather works.
Climate change, am I right?
I know.
Listen, if we don't get enough apples, how are we going to make Grandpa's famous Christmas apple cider?
Well, Mona, what if we had a different way to make money? Like, what if we
Danced.
danced? Or what if we...
We're
What if we
fathers.
fucked? Or we'll go back to the dancing. Sometimes my first idea is way better.
Listen,
Just imagine, we could bring back the apple dance that Grandpa used to do.
the Grandpa apple dance?
The Grandpa apple dance. You know, the one that starts with
A left foot in.
a left foot in.
That's right, and then the next step is
Pants.
That's right.
pants.
The Grandpa apple dance that goes left foot in, pants.
And that's it.
That's it.
It's honestly, I can't believe the Macarena came out the same year. It
I
was so
know.
embarrassing that swept the nation when it very clearly.
It should have been Grandpa's apple dance.
And that's what made Grandpa turn to
A CD player.
a CD player.
That's right.
And we all know music sounds way better on vinyl.
I
you
know. And of course, his favorite song.
Electric
Up,
dance.
Up.
Up, up, up.
That's right. The first lyric. Oh, I can't remember. Or wait, how did the chorus go? It was something like.
And he would do the apple dance to that.
Do it again. Goofy, fun, silly, fun.
That was fun.
Super fun. And then really good examples of volunteers too, right? And way to just use whatever.
Up. That's it.
Yeah.
Right, let's get, why don't you two become volunteers?
Okay.
Great job. And let's get 2 more people up to do the scene.
Apple dance, apple dance, apple dance.
Left foot.
Left foot.
Pants.
Alright, can I have a suggestion of where these people are?
Michigan.
Where is Michigan?
Lake Michigan.
What
That's
one
an
is
authentic
there?
suggestion.
We're at the beach on Lake Michigan, and we're gonna see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah, jeez. Cheryl, I'm not sure we should have come here. Oh, you agree with me?
Yes.
Are you feeling
Sad.
sad?
I'm feeling pretty sad.
Is it because of the
Car.
car?
Yeah, our car that went into the lake. That's making me feel pretty sad.
Oh, jeez.
It's just like the make and the model was perfect. I'm always going to miss our
Sweet jalopy.
sweet jalopy.
It belongs to the Finger Lakes now. I'm sorry, Cheryl, but we're gonna have to get home via
Buggy.
a buggy that we rented. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't put me back in there. You know the last time I went into that buggy, I
Broke out in hives.
I broke out in hives.
Ah, jeez, how was I supposed to know that the buggy was filled with
Horses.
nothing but horses?
I am deathly allergic to horses. It's because I grew up on that horse farm.
Don't talk to me about horse farms. I used to be an accountant.
Oh, you know a thing or two about accounting, wouldn't you? You spend all day in that big building called...
The big building.
The big building!
You would bring the big... This is supposed to be a nice romantic just weekend for us, and we're already fighting and...
Feuding.
Feuding?
And feuding. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn our honeymoon into this. I mean, our wedding that was at...
The Great Lakes.
The Great Lakes was wonderful, so I thought we should not leave.
You're so right. But maybe we should have changed the honeymoon to
Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Ooh. You know, my favorite thing about Bermuda has to be the
Lakes.
The lakes. It's like a land lake in a way, the way it's surrounded by ocean. What do you think, Cheryl?
You're so right, Cheryl. It's like their own form of lakes, and the sands themselves, they feel like
Sandpaper.
sandy sandpaper.
Sandy sandpaper, oh my God.
It could be just us, the Cheryls.
Our own little hardware store by the sea. You know what? I'm gonna fish my phone out of the car right now and set us up on a reservation.
Oh, don't go diving without your
Hat.
That was very fun. Was it fun to do?
Yeah.
Yay, great. You two be on the peoples. You two come down and let's get 2 people up. Peoples. But now, 2 more players, great.
Yay.
Now I'm gonna add an additional challenge. And this is gonna be silent columns.
Ooh.
And so the way this works is you two are gonna be the volunteers, they're gonna point to you to fill in the blank. So if I said, I can't, thank you so much for this gift, I always wanted a. So say it because I haven't explained it to you yet. Yeah.
Sorry. Bathtub.
Bathtub, great. But you're not gonna say it out loud, you're just gonna mouth it like you just did. So I'll say, oh, I've always wanted a. Great, and I'm going to say whatever that looked like to me. And that's what the players will do as well. That looks to me like a tap club. So, and they're just going to have to make it work. Kyle, would you like a suggestion?
Sure. What's a dream occupation you had?
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Oh, yeah. Astronaut.
Love that.
We're going to see this astronaut-inspired silent columns in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Both of you take 2 steps toward me. Thank you.
I'm ready to go out for my walk.
Ted, if today's the day, look, I'm just saying, if today's the day, I just want you to know that I love you.
Yeah, well, I don't even love you. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest before I risk my life outside of this station.
We've been through so much, Ted.
I know, but the heart wants what the spaceship wants.
This damn ship.
I don't like it either. We've been up here for 10 years.
Don't lie to me. You care way more about this ship than you do about me. What, yesterday you did the stroke, all right? You did the ship stroke, and I saw how it liked it.
Listen, I love this ship. It knows. I know every button that this ship has to offer. I know every little cranny and crook in this in this ship like the back of my hand.
You know every cranny and crook of me, Ted.
I know.
Why you gotta be so difficult? Why you wanna go out there?
Because I'm scared. I'm scared if I lose you. Movies.
Yeah, there's no movies out there, Ted. The home theater's on the ship. You go out there, there's nothing, all right? Just the black void of space. And that one Big Lebowski. Remember the DVD that we lost to space?
I want to go get that movie.
Oh,
The tether is long enough, I promise.
it is a good mission, Ted. You could actually do it. But would you come back?
Of course. I would love to. Fine.
Go ahead, say it. I know what you want to say. Say it. Say it.
Fuck.
Yeah!
Oh, now it's feel.
Really fun. I love the added element of song.
Yeah. Cool. How much of what you were saying did they get?
Like 10%.
Yeah. Which is great, because like just movies and fun, like yeah, just those right. It's much more likely to create surprises when you're trying to interpret what people are mailing to you, which is really fun. Great. Rotate. 2 more people. Janelle, yeah. And Maya, yeah. We're gonna play a game called Left Columns, right? So we're gonna work with 2 people are gonna do a thing, but these just volunteers. Oh yeah, give it up for the volunteers. Great, you're gonna provide these slides. And when they come to you, they're gonna point to you, you're gonna have to fill in the blank. Except that you're not gonna say it out loud. You're just gonna mouth those words. So to get started, can I get a suggestion of a relationship between these 2 people that isn't cousins and isn't lovers?
Doctor, patient.
Doctor, patient.
Oh, well, that's confidential. We can't.
It's make-believe, Maya, so let's make-believe no one can hear you. All right, so we're going to see this silent columns inspired by a doctor-patient relationship.
I was ready to count from 5.
Here we go. In
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Sharon, I'm glad you came in to see me. There's been some troubling results on
Can you
Elliot's
take a step toward me, please?
test. I'm afraid you're positive for banana peels.
Oh
It is curable.
no. Okay.
We can fix it.
Okay.
It's just gonna take a course of med lasers.
Med lasers.
Yeah, it's a new technology.
Can you tell me, am I going to have the shits? Am I the med laser is gonna cause me to have the shits because I just can't do it again?
Okay, so there are some side effects of the med lasers.
Okay.
They are
Whatever you say.
peeing everywhere all the time.
Okay, okay.
And having a lot of dogs.
Okay. So
Okay.
I can handle that. The first thing I need to do is get my dog. I need to get my dog, and so I'm prepared for other dogs. And I need to clean up the roses. I need to clean up the roses. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I need to get
so
out of here.
I will say, there is a possibility of an allergic reaction to roses with the med lasers. So that'll have to be something that you don't do anymore. I'm sorry. You could pick up another hobby like shopping online.
Okay. Wow, you're really changing my life. I had no idea the banana peels would go citrusing. I had no idea. And now I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, I didn't think that you would actually come out and say it. Is that a side effect? Well, it's a side effect of my charm, some would say. But I have a wife. Her name is Juliet. I love that name. That's right.
So react to being rejected though too, Janelle?
Oh. That's right.
So stay up there. Everyone stay where you are. Oh. So any reaction for me, right? It doesn't matter what it is.
No. Wow, you were saying whole ass paragraphs.
We keep turning to this person behind us.
Yeah,
But what if you went to that person?
Yeah.
Right? Then you can sort of stay in the same direction.
I think someone did that too, like did a bunch of.
It's like, oh, that one's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I think as you're, and then if you move around, you can go to the other person. But that way you don't have to like be having this conversation and turning all the way around.
Pause,
Instead you're
turn.
Yes. Yeah, so go to the person on the other side. Super fun, banana. What were you saying for the banana?
Heels.
I think I've seen something like there's many symptoms or something.
Yeah.
Many symptoms.
Banana oasis or whatever you call it.
But you definitely were saying you pee everywhere all the time.
No, I've said something else for that, but it's funny that you said.
Yeah.
You definitely were saying.
And what's important, Maya, is like even if you're confused, just decide what that was, right? Like and you can. It's fun to see your reaction when you have no idea, but don't linger too long and just go ahead and say it. And you both look so much more beautiful when you're up here in the actual light. The further you get back, the more you lose your power, and you literally lose the light. So it's so much more powerful. So I'm gonna keep haranguing all of you to stay more down the stage. Sweet, it's 8:57, so let's all get up on stage.
What did you say when I said the shivers? That was pretty close. Pretty close.
That's silly. I like that. Great. I'm going to sum up the notes from today. I will post them in a thread. I will also look for, it is amazingly difficult other than Whose Line. Like, there's no examples of even, like, some of the most classic games. So that's why I'm hoping we'll do this. I hope you're all okay. Like, we are going to be recording the rehearsals, then recording the shows, and then I'll record a thing where I'm just talking about it and we'll edit it together and make a resource for the internet and people to actually be able to learn these games in other places. And also tell us what they do and suggest other variations and things to keep us on our toes. Super fun. Any questions about anything? Were the snacks satisfactory?
Delightful.
The ice water is ice. Okay.
I can tell it was none of you that suggested the snacks.
I had a question just in terms of like players for 2 weeks in a row. So like all the players next week are gonna learn the same stuff that we learned this week, right? So they'll be on the same page.
Yes. It'll be a little more efficient because you all help me sort of figure out how we want to do it too. So it'll be like some more reps if you come next week. You'll get to play more stuff and also hear whatever's percolated in my mind between then and, because I think I'll have more honed opinions on things. That's helpful for me to see it and teach it and sort of revise how I want to see it as I'm seeing it happen. I will look for some more examples. If you find examples of these things, please share them in the threads in the Slacks. Anything else? Great, hands in the middle. What number between 1 and 10? You're the best, buddy. What number between 1 and 10? 6. 6, and what are we gonna say?
Pants.
Archie pants on 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Archie pants!
Did you see that, John? That was ridiculous. That was so cute.
So talented.
Videos where it's like two dog owners sitting in front of the dog.
It's just like
this, and the dog's like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're doing a thing?
Group photo. Hey, John, will you take it?
Is this what's up?
Yes.
We're going to do a rehearsal photo.
I love the rehearsal photo.
I know I call him Stanley a lot still, too. It's more.
You can use my
Sometimes Arlo
phone.
because of the Archie. Arlo. It's a little bit of Archie, and like a little bit of Arlo, a little bit of Stanley, right? Both in personality and in his actual name.
Let's do it.
I like it.
Yeah, check out my album. They're all dogs.
All dogs on top.
All songs I wrote for dogs.
On the spot. You're gonna
What are you
Smoky out there?
All right.
Cheese.
That way, that way. How about this way? This way, this way, this way. Okay.
I was just wondering if there's any. Oh, maybe John, did you smoke outside?
No.
It smells smoky.
Campfire.
It smells smoky.
Done.
Yeah.
I mean, it smells like a fire.
You can smell it out there?
I smell it right here.
Oh yeah, it was.
It's hit. You smell smoky. Yeah.
I forgot which.
Let's go out there.
That doesn't.
Yeah. So long. I guess
so
it was
loud.
taking a smoke break. Yeah. Great job, everybody. Thanks for coming and bringing all that positive energy. No, I'm kidding. I hate you now.
And my face.
See you later.
See, bud.
Was that all in your camera?
Oh my goodness.
You'll post it in the Slack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we do a showdown that